Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Elkonn here, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best abilities that you should be putting your gems into and upgrading overall. So that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. If this video does end up helping you, then make sure to smash that like button and click that subscribe button for more videos just like this one. Without further ado, let's get right into the best abilities that you should be upgrading. As you can see, we are now on botclash, so let's head over to the abilities menu and get right into it. As you can see, I have all my abilities up on the screen. Now, one thing I do want to clarify, do not follow the same exact abilities that I've been upgrading. I've already technically beat the game, so right now any extra gems I get, I just put into a random ability. So do not follow exactly what I have here, but let's get right into the abilities that you should focus on and the abilities that you should not be focusing on at the start. Now, the first ability that we're going to get right into is movement speed. Now, movement speed is pretty useless in the beginning, so I would not focus on this ability whatsoever. Now, the reason it's pretty useless is because it is literally movement speed, and it only goes up by 10%, and it costs a good bit to upgrade this ability overall. So like I said, you do not need movement speed whatsoever. It just gets you places a lot faster, but if you have the teleport game pass, which is pretty cheap, or even use your gems to buy teleportation, it's pretty easy to get to places pretty quick. So you do not need this ability whatsoever. The next ability that we're going to get right into is the range ability, and that's this ability right up here. Now, the range ability is only useful for if you are going to walk away from your bots when they're attacking an enemy. Say you put your bots on an enemy and walked away to go summon, or just walked away to go do something in the game. You now have a bigger range of picking up coins and gems from a farther range. That is the only way that the range ability will be useful. Most of the time, you're actually going to be right beside the enemy collecting the coins because you want the coins to upgrade or buy bots. So really, the range ability is not useful, and I do not recommend buying it at the start. Now, the increasing your coins ability is 110% useful. I recommend putting as much gems as possible into this ability because it is super useful. What this ability does is increases the coin income that you get when defeating an enemy or just battling it overall. So say you walked up to an elite and you started battling it and you get all that coin drop. Well, the more you upgrade this ability, the more coins you will get from defeating it. So I definitely recommend this because usually if you're a newer player or even further in the game, you're going to focus on getting all them coins, and that is going to be the priority. So that's why I definitely recommend putting a lot of gems into this ability. The next ability that we're going to get right into is the gem ability. Now, I definitely recommend putting a lot of gems into this ability because you actually want to increase the gem income so you can upgrade more abilities later on, or just overall power up your pets or stuff like that. So right at the start, I definitely recommend upgrading this ability. Now, if you're wondering what the gem ability does, it just increases the gem income that you get from defeating enemies. So say you defeat an enemy and you get coins, well, you also have a chance of getting gems the higher that ability is upgraded. So like I said before, I definitely recommend upgrading that ability. Now, the next ability that we're going to get right into is the damage ability. Now, this ability is super useful because you basically want to destroy everything to get a lot of coins and a lot of currency, and that is the only way you'll be able to do that if you have more damage. So right at the start, I definitely recommend upgrading this ability. Now, what this ability does is it increases the amount of damage that your bots do over time in a battle. So say you're defeating an enemy, you will have a better chance of defeating him a lot quicker depending on how far you upgraded that ability. So like I said before, it's definitely useful, and I recommend using your gems on this ability. The next ability that we're going to get right into is the repair ability. Now, I do not recommend upgrading this ability whatsoever because it is pretty useless. The only way that you would use this ability is if you're in a boss battle and the boss defeats one of your bots and your bot is down and it's repairing itself. That most likely means that your team is pretty underpowered and you're probably going to lose the battle. Now, if you're in the battle and your bot gets down and is starting to repair itself, depending on how much you've upgraded that ability, by the time that bot gets repaired, your other bots are probably going to be dead and you're gonna end up losing the battle either way. Now, I've upgraded this a little bit. As you can see, I have it up to 70%. So when I go into fighting the dragon or something like that, and the dragon destroys one of my bots, by the time that bot gets repaired, my whole team is dead and I end up losing it anyways. So that is why I do not recommend the repair ability. So do not use your gems for it unless you want to, but please take my advice, do not do it. The next ability that we're going to get right into is the luck ability, which is down here. Now, as you can see, I upgraded this a lot. Now, I am a lot further in the game. I have it up to 90% because I just really want to go for the mythicals and legendaries and stuff like that. Now, if you're a brand new player, I would not set your mind on getting a legendary or a mythical because it's most likely not going to happen unless you have insane luck. So I don't recommend upgrading it that much. You can upgrade it a little bit, but don't go crazy with it because, like I said, it doesn't increase your luck by that much until you get it upgraded fully. So I do not recommend upgrading it at the start. I would say maybe upgrade it once or twice at the start, but then just go on with upgrading your other abilities that are useful. Because your objective in the game is to get a lot of coins, to get a lot of gems, and make sure that you keep climbing higher and higher in the game to get to the last world and beat all the bosses. Now, yes, having better bots could help you do that, but like I said, the chances of getting better bots are pretty slim unless you have it fully upgraded or have game passes to stack on top of it. Because at the start of the game, you're basically going to go for anything that has a higher damage level. So that is why, like, if you have a common, if you get a rare, the rare is definitely going to be higher than the common, and same with an uncommon. So like I said, do not have the mindset for legendaries and mythicals. Wait until the later of the game and then you can upgrade it, but do not upgrade it at the start. Now on to the last and final ability, which is the health ability. I definitely recommend upgrading this ability for every type of player. If you're new, in between, or just really good at the game, I definitely recommend upgrading it no matter what. Because you obviously want your bots to have an increased amount of health depending on how much you upgrade it overall, so you could beat anything and have your bots last longer without them dying off quicker. Now, the reason this ability is useful for higher players is because you want your bots to last longer for the dragon. That is the only way it is useful, is only for the dragon, because 90% of the higher players have already beaten all the higher bosses and don't really need their bot to last longer. Now, for the dragon, for me, I would definitely upgrade this ability because I want my bots to overall have the max amount of health that they can so they can last longer and do more damage to the dragon so I can get the milestones and get the gems. But like I said, it's useful for every type of player, so I definitely recommend upgrading it. And that's going to conclude all the abilities. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and hopefully you found it helpful. If you guys have any questions regarding this video, then make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Without further ado, this is the end of the video, so make sure to drop a massive like to show me that you enjoyed it, click that big red subscribe button to support the channel, and click that notification bell to never miss an upload. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.